Life Unlocked presents. Nothing feels better than having a crush and finding out your crush likes you too. It's when you see that they enjoy your company, laugh at your jokes, and spend more time with you. Suddenly, the possibility of them liking you back isn't too far from your reality. But how exactly do you know if that person likes you? We put together 16 surefire ways to know if your crush might be crushing on you too. 1. They ask about your relationship status. If a person likes you, they probably want to know if you're single or taken. They'll either ask you directly whether you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, or they'll assume you have one and instead ask questions about who you've been spending time with lately. This is probably so they can figure out whether you're with someone without getting too nosy. 2. They know things about you. If your crush happens to know a lot of things about you and you're wondering why, chances are they have done some research about you. Your crush may have asked a friend of yours, stalked your social media accounts, or they've been crushing on you long before you even realize that you're crushing on them. 3. They look at you like a lot. People say that the eyes are the window to the soul. If you catch your crush looking at you more than you would expect them to, it could be a sign that they like what they are seeing. If there are no evident reasons for your crush to look at you, but they still do, you can take that as a sign of interest. 4. Their friends act weird when you're together. If your crush's friends start acting weird whenever you are around or they tease the both of you, the chances are they already can pick up on the tension between you and your crush. It could even be the case that your crush has already told them, and they are trying to give you a hint. Don't always assume, though. Try to get to know your crush first and make sure you're on the same page before making any early assumptions. 5. They find ways to get close to you. When we like someone, we subconsciously try to get within their proximity. It may happen at a party, someone approaches you and sticks around, or perhaps they don't approach you directly, but they're always nearby. Maybe your crush asks you to hang out and get some food with them. Perhaps they join your local dancing club. Whatever the situation, if your crush always seems to be around, they probably want to be closer with you. 6. They always reply to your messages. Don't you hate it when you send someone a message and you only get crickets in return? This won't happen with someone who also has a crush on you. Immediately responding to a message is a hint that someone doesn't take your attention for granted. If your crush is always trying to initiate conversation and they text back quickly, chances are they like talking with you, and they will try to prolong the conversation so they could spend more time getting to know you. On the other hand, if they take hours and days to reply to you, that might be a sign they're not into you. 7. Their body language changes. From simple gestures such as touching your arms, your shoulders, or holding eye contact with you, you can tell if someone is into you. If your crush touches you frequently and shows open body language, they might be trying to give you subtle hints, or they want you to know they are comfortable with your presence. But here's the key point. If you're not sure whether someone likes you or not, don't focus so much on what they're saying. Keep an eye on how they're acting. 8. They tell you something about themselves that nobody knows. If your crush tells you something they normally wouldn't tell anyone, such as their secrets and embarrassing stories, it shows that you have gained their trust and you are one step closer to being their next partner. After all, a trustworthy person is a dependable and likable person. So whenever your crush tells you a secret, listen to them and show that you're the kind of person that could be trusted and depended on. 9. Their mood darkens when you're with someone else. Do you know the most sinking feeling you can have? It's when you see the person you have a crush on with someone else. Well, it goes both ways. If you're hanging out with someone else and your crush starts acting strange, it might be because they are jealous. So if your crush starts acting a bit weird and doesn't want you being with people who could steal you away from them, don't worry. Your crush is probably getting jealous, and that is an obvious sign that they like you and they want to keep your attention. 10. They do what you do. When someone feels comfortable around you, they are going to want you to feel comfortable around them. Our subconscious creates a situation where they will start to mirror your actions, body language, behavior, and position. For example, if you are standing with your hands in your pockets, the person pining for your attention is going to stand with their hands in their pockets. They might not even realize they are doing it, which just makes it even more interesting. If you notice before they do, and if they do notice, they might get weird about it and quickly change positions. But you'll know their secret. 11. They laugh at everything you do, in a good way. Many studies have concluded that funny people are sexy people. If your crush is laughing at everything you do, in a good way of course, then there's a pretty good chance that they are picking up what you're putting down. Love makes us see things and people in new ways. It's why the person you loathe at the office can one day become the person you admire and adore. Proximity has a lot to do with it, but if someone is funny, we see them in a different way. 12. They remember important details and dates. Someone in love remembers the little things such as birthdays, anniversaries, your cat's birthday. They remember because you are important to them. When someone is important to us, we take it upon ourselves to remember things that are important to them. If you think someone likes you, or maybe even loves you, watch for signs they are paying attention. Do they remember the exact date when everyone went to the lake together? Do they remember a dress or shirt you wore that one time for a surprise party? The devil is in the details. 13. They admit it. This is probably the easiest and most direct way to know if your crush likes you too. You can either be straightforward with your feelings and ask them, or you can wait for them to tell you. But being straightforward may be the best approach. It gives you a chance to be honest with the person you have a crush on, and they also get the chance to admit it back to you. Admitting your feelings to someone might be embarrassing and nerve-wracking from the fear of rejection. But if you really like a person and you want to get to know them better, you might as well tell them. 14. They blush. Blushing is a natural physical reaction that happens when you receive an unexpected compliment. It also happens if someone you like gives you the attention and you can't help but get a pink tinge on your face from embarrassment. So if you find that they naturally blush around you, that's a great sign that they like you. However, it's important to figure out if they blush around other people as well. 15. They're preening themselves. Preening refers to the act of fixing oneself in different ways. It could be adjusting their clothes, running fingers through their hair, or touching their face. After all, if they like you, they want to look better around you. Preening is a subconscious way to advertise one's interest and encourage you to escalate the seduction. 16. They're nervous around you. We can probably all relate to this. When you get those pesky butterflies in your stomach when you're with someone, it could be a good chance they like you. After all, the nerves hit because you want to make a good impression for them to like you. So to figure out their nervousness, look for these signs, like fidgeting, or talking faster than usual, or other signs like sweating or looking down when you get eye contact. Some people might hide their nerves fairly well, but if you're observant, you should be able to notice some physical indicators of nervousness. Remember, you are an incredible and unique human being. The brutal truth is that not everyone is going to like you back. Just the same as you not liking everyone who crosses your path. But that's okay. It's what makes life so exciting, and it is also what gives depth to our relationships. If your crush does like you, then you need to make sure your relationship is a passionate and long-lasting one. There's no greater feeling than having a crush who likes you back. Embrace it. Face it head on.